Hello, everyone. My name is Davina Works with Advent Broadcast Network. Welcome. Today, we will be doing an exclusive interview with a special guest, TAUS President Michael Mwasumbi. Hello, Michael. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. How are you doing, man?
I'm great. Thank you for being here.
Thank you. Thank you. Yeah.
So go ahead and just give us a quick background, a quick biography of you, and explain to us why you're here today.
Okay. Well, as you said, again, my name is Mike, and I'm the president of TAUSI. And I'm here because we wanted to talk a little bit about what is TAUSI and its mission and its organization. So that's why we're here. So I'm happy to be here, and thank you for inviting me to be on this interview.
And just give a quick little bio of yourself. Like, where are you from? How did you get into TAUSI?
Yes, I'm from Tanzania. I was born and raised in Tanzania. Came up here to go to college, and after my training in college, I went on to do my grad school, and I'm working as a anesthesia. And I'm married with 3 kids, and I'm like what I said, how TAUS came about is, as we were starting TAUS, we were trying to link up with everybody who is here. We knew each other from home, and so I got a phone call that the organization was started, and I didn't hesitate one bit, and I joined it, and here we are. I'm a part of TAUS. Yeah.
Okay, and when did you join TAUSI, and how long have you been a member?
I've been a member of TAUS ever since its inception, when TAUS started, which I can say maybe is about 10 years ago. And actually it's 19 years ago. 19 years ago. And because 10 years just last year. Yeah, 19 years ago. And so I've been a part of it, and I've enjoyed every step ever since I've been a member of TAUS. Yeah.
And so you said that you first learned about TAUSI from a group of friends from back home in Tanzania. So did they called you one day and they told you about an organization where they already working on this, and like they have this in the works, and they needed more members and they wanted your help? Or what was that phone call like, that initial phone call that led you to TAUSI and solidified your decision in becoming a member?
Okay. Like what I said in the beginning, that it's a group of Adventists who were Adventists back home, and we migrated to the United States, and now we live in different states. And this idea started in the state of Massachusetts, where we have several friends of mine who live over there. And as soon as they have the idea, they started reaching out to other Adventists who they knew from home who are here in the U.S. And that's how I got the phone call. And when they told me about it, they sent me all the detail, what the mission was, and really it was something that I've been wanting to do for a long time. So it was easier for me to join and be a part of TAUSI from that time. Yes.
Okay. And so you said you've been a member for about 19 years. So with all that time you've been a member, and now you're the president, what was that transition like? How did you get into this position that you're in today as the president and chairman of the TAUSI organization?
Well, like what I said, I've been a member for long, so I've been going through, we have different meetings that we meet on a regular basis, and we have commitment that we have to make in terms of contributing to be able to finish those projects that we've been planning. And we have a change in leadership every 2 years. We have a change in leadership. And I believe God has his own way of intervention, and needing people at a certain time, the people of TAUSI, and awarded me this position to be the leader for this time, not because I'm the perfect guy, but I guess they believe we could be able to work together and further forward the mission of TAUSI. Yes.
Okay. And so whenever you joined TAUSI, did you know that you would eventually become the president or the chairman? Did you always know that you would be in this leadership position? Or did you just join with hopes of making a change, and then over time that led you to this leadership position you're in now?
Leadership position, really, to me, it doesn't matter as much as trying to get to do the mission. The mission is the driving force of my presence in the TAUS organization. The leadership is just by the way, because anybody can be a leader, but what are we here for is trying to make sure the project and those things that we have asked God. The motto for TAUS is, "Here I am, God, send me," and we are ready to be sent. So we reach back and try to accomplish those missions. That is the driving force behind the whole TAUS program. So I'm thankful that I'm one of the leaders in the organization, but in truly, if we cannot achieve the mission, my leadership will have even make no meaning at this time.
This is true. Yeah. This is true. So true. And you had mentioned the projects that TAUS does and that you guys are called to do. Go ahead and shed light on those projects and explain to us what type of projects you guys do, how many projects are in the works right now, and maybe how can viewers or volunteers get into those projects and become, help out as well and join the mission.
Okay. Let me start by saying that TAUS, like what I said, is the members. We started 19 years ago with very few members, maybe 100, could be wrong, maybe 50 or 100, something like that. So, and we are pretty much focusing on one project at that time. We're more involved in evangelism, trying to evangelize the mission, help the church back home to reach those areas that the evangelism or the knowing of Christ had not, the area that we call unentered areas. And we did that for some time. But as we were growing, we started expanding, where we added education, and also now we have health. And with that, we have also grown in membership, that we have now 7 chapters in the United States, where we have Maryland chapter, we have California, which is Pacific, we have Texas, Texas chapter, we have Midwest, which is Chicago and New Jersey, and the Minnesota, which are very active chapters right now. And in all these chapters, we have members. And these members, we come together, now we're about up to 300 plus members in this organization. So with all these, as we work together to collect funds, we reach back home and help this project as we have grown from being evangelism target only, and now we're into health and education as well. The impact is well seen. We have several of our graduates who have graduated from the university back in Tanzania and in Uganda who are ministers, and they're going to those areas and they're preaching the word and bringing hope to all the people who have lost hope. Also, we have done roofing. We have roofed several churches in different part of Tanzania, northern and southern part of Tanzania. And we have also held quite a number of evangelistic meetings that have brought a lot of people to Christ. And like what I said, we are also expanding into health, which I think starting next year will be also helping with the health services as well. So those are some of the achievements and some of the things that this organization has been able to do. And we think we might be growing even more to do more stuff, yes.
That's great. That really is great. And I think that what you guys are doing is just a way to just bring the community together, bring people that share, that passion of just helping others out, and, just the mission that we were designed to do, which is to help others, which is to give, the mission of just giving for humanity. I think that is extremely essential, and I love that is the main mission of the TAUS organization. And, we really need to shed light on organizations like this, which is why it's such an honor to have you here today, because a lot of times people just, they lose sense of how important it is to really just be there for someone else and to just, be a helping hand. It's truly okay to help others. And I think we just get so caught up in life and in our own strife and trials and tribulations, we just kind of forget, that it's okay to be there for others. And I think that it's extremely important to have organizations like this to just hold on to that mission of helping others and just being there for our brothers and sisters. So I think that's honestly great. Yeah,
and I think you had to ask a question about, maybe this is all we have when it comes to people. We're interested in everybody and how to become a part of TAUS. It's very, very simple. All you have to have a will and a mission driven that you want to help. We are all other brothers keepers. So we invite everybody, all walks of faith. You can join the organization, and it's very, very simple. You can call, or you can, we end up finishing phase of our website will soon be up and going, but we have Facebook, but we have a number that if you're interested, you can call us, and definitely can be a part of the mission. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, what would you just say, out of all these years you've been a member and now the president of the TAUS organization, what would you say has been like the most impactful situation that you've embarked upon? What was a situation that really just made you just have more gratitude for being in the position you're at and being able to know that, you know, we are all placed on this earth to help our brothers and sisters? What was an instance where it was just an eye-opener for you and you really were grateful for your position and where you're at in the organization?
Okay. Well, I wish there was a way of showing some of the videos that we receive from some of the people that have benefited from these programs back home. We receive a lot of things that have changed their lives, and they didn't have a hope, or they didn't have a way of moving forward in terms of the education. And when we assisted them, they came up and spoke. It really touches all the members and all of us that the work that we're doing really makes a difference. That's the first one. The second one was this year we had a huge meeting, evangelistic series that was supposed to be taking place in Tanzania. And it was organized well by the group. And for whatever reason, they ran short on funds on airways, the funding of the air. We supported that program, and the outcome was just magnificent, and everybody was so appreciative. And I think when we see those kind of things, we know for sure that our efforts are not going in vain, but they're pretty much finishing up the work that Christ called us to do. Yeah.
That's good. That's great.
Yeah.
Now, if you just had one message to give someone who is maybe interested in being a part of the TAUS organization, but was just on the fence, maybe in the middle, if you just had one message to give to them, what would it be?
Come, join TAUS, and be a part of it. It will change your life forever. It will change your life forever, because that is the only calling that Christ Jesus have left for us to do. We have to be other brothers' keepers. And like what I said, we have a number and that you can call, and we can pretty much get you the information that you need, and very simple, and you can join this. It does not matter who you are, whether you are from Tanzania, you are an American, from any part of the world, you are welcome to be a part of this organization.
And we will make sure to get that phone number. We will post that in our post as well, so that way we can get that information to you guys. Okay, now Mike, you're here in Houston, Texas. Go ahead and explain why exactly are you here this weekend? What's going on? Is there a specific event? What brings you to Houston as far as being the chairman of the TAUS organization? What are you here for? Please let us know. Okay,
thank you so much. The reason why I'm in Houston today, in Texas, is because, like what I said before, we have 7 chapters that have made up TAUS. Mentioned one in Maryland, New Jersey, Pacific, that's in California, Midwest, and Minnesota. And all these chapters, they make up, that's what organized the members to make up the whole TAUS organization. And all these chapters, once they are supposed to have meetings that takes place about 3 times a year, they have to meet. And as leaders, we're supposed to be a part of those meetings as much as possible. So I'm here because this is a big weekend in for TAUS in the chapter of Texas. They're having their one of their quarterly meetings, and it's going to be happening tomorrow. And I'm here to support and also to be a part of that meeting to energize the whole and talk to all the members and see what is going on in the chapter of Texas. So that's the reason why I'm here. And if you are around nearby, please, you're welcome to be a part of the meeting as well. Yeah.
Okay. And you mentioned projects that TAUS organization works on. Go ahead and explain what are some of the projects that are put in place right now, and what are some of the projects that you guys have planned for the next maybe year or so that are in the works?
Okay, thank you so much. As again I said, we support several projects. Like now we have only 3 that making up TAUS: health, evangelism, and education. In sense, what TAUS has been doing is we don't call the projects back home until we have the funding. But the projects that are in the pipe, if we get this funding all together, we are targeting on three areas. There's a hospital that we're trying to help renovate the wards for the maternity, the mother and the baby. We have about 10 students that will be attending, that we're trying to target, we want to sponsor to be in the ministry, who are going to be pastors. And also we have supporting evangelistic series, the same meetings that are coming up, that we can support those stations to be able to broadcast into some areas where somehow it could be very hard for us to go in, but they can hear through radio, they can hear through television, they can hear through TV. So we will be able to support those programs as well. So those are the three programs that are already being targeted, but we are not going to announce them to the people in Tanzania yet until we collect the funding. So we're always ahead planning, but we don't announce to the people who are receivers until we have the funding to support those projects. Yes.
Okay, thank you. So as you see, they need more funding. So if you are able to become a supporter of the TAUS organization in any ways, I'm sure your donations will be appreciated. We appreciate you being here. We appreciate your presence in our studio. What do you have any words for any other Adventist organizations like Advent Broadcast Network and any other Adventist organizations out there that are in the works, that are expanding and progressing? Do you have any words for them?
First of all, I want to thank you so much, Adventist Broadcast Network, for letting TAUS come over here and talk and make this presentation and answer some of your questions. This itself is a mission. What you're doing is the same mission as TAUS is doing. And we believe that if we have several of this kind of programs, we'll even open up more people to know what TAUS is, and we'll get more members where we can be able to finish the work. So it's one brick after another. And when we put all them together, Davina and the management of this organization, I want to thank you so much from TAUS leadership and the organization as a whole. And we encourage you to be going forward with this. And if there's anybody out there who is liking to do the same thing, we have a full support from TAUS that out of this, we're all going to do finish the work that Christ left for us to do. We want to thank you again for having us in your studio. Yeah.
Thank you for being here, Mike. And there you have it, Mike Mwasumbi, the president and chairman of the TAUS organization. We appreciate you guys for being here with us today in our special interview. Thank you for tuning in. I'm Davina Works with Advent Broadcast Network. Be blessed.